Sorry, coach.
Yeah. We never took the lead. We were always coming from behind, fighting to equalize, which we did not. Yeah, we struggled a little bit earlier. I think I understand the other 2 goals that we conceded. I think we made a big mistake on the 3rd goal. And that was the sucker punch for us, that 3rd goal. Because we always believe that we will come back and score, But I believe that they took their chances very well. But we're not yet where we're supposed to be. But it's okay. We keep going. We keep fighting until the end.
All right. Let's take the first question, Karabo.
Thank you, Fatuani. Good evening, coach. Obviously, you've spoken about is there any positives that you can pull out from this game here today, coach? Any positives in terms of maybe the player who performed good? Any positives maybe that you can move into the next game, coach?
No, you can't. I can't single out players. You mean from the oppositions?
Karabo is still there?
I think you.
Yes. No, I was just saying from his side, is there any positives? If not, obviously Ralani. I mean, the think that he scored there shows that he's a classy and
no. Kevin is a good player. Kevin is smart. He's a good player. He's class. He's a good player, and I think Mubara and Phillies, they had a fantastic game. To be honest, we got to give them credit. They defended so well. We tried to score. We pushed them and pinned them down, but they resisted. Yeah, those are the 3 players I could say. If you're asking if there's any positive from the opposition, yes.
Okay, let's go to Busi.
Evening, Coach. Busi from KFM. Last week, you said you guys are struggling to find rhythm and to get the game going and actually win the games.
Yeah.
This was third after Premiership match, which you lost, and the other 2 that you scored. I mean, you drew obviously, but my question is, since you guys had sort of a pre-season camp with the team, why is it so hard to find that rhythm that the other teams seem to have already?
Which team has the rhythm, BCCA?
Can you please say that again, Coach?
Which team has the rhythm?
Well, it seems like Paris do have the rhythm, and
Paris haven't scored a goal for five games. Is that the rhythm? They haven't scored a goal for 5 games. So I don't think it's a good example that you're saying. I think maybe you could maybe speak about our rhythm not being there, but you can't tell me about any team that has a rhythm. For me, I mean, it's your opinion and my opinion. I'll always respect you as a sister. But for you to say Paris has a rhythm, I mean, they haven't scored a goal for 5 games. For 5 games, we scored 4 goals in the last 4 games, and we have played our 4th game in 9 days. Yes, we don't have a rhythm. I think we should focus on our rhythm that is not there. But if you talk about Pirates having the rhythm, I don't know. You know, there are no goals there. Also, to be honest, we scored 4 now. 4 games, 4 goals. You can look at it the way you want to look at it. You can look at them the negative side that we have lost the game, which is a fact that we lost the game, and I don't say we deserve to win today. That's my opinion.
Mazola.
Coach, evening. Coach, you've always been you were upfront with us from the beginning after lockdown that obviously you feel like you prepared the team incorrectly.
I feel like I prepared the team.
Not too sure whether after now playing 3 league games and one game in the cup, how do you gauge your readiness going forward, especially in the context?
No, we are struggling, Mazola. We are struggling, but we are a team that struggles, but with a fight. you know. So it's not a fact. We can't hide that. That we, I mean, if we are doing very well, we should be winning, you know. So we are not winning. In the league, we drew 2, we lost 1. So we are struggling. It is a fact, and we can't hide it. And we are upfront, and we're not going to hide it. Okay. So after we came back, Sundowns is not the same after we came back. That's a fact.
Velile?
Good evening, Coach. On Friday, you spoke about the type of team Cape Town City is. You say their pace was also the difference, and also I know that the stats don't reveal everything, but they've proven to be a Huru team to Sundowns.
Well, probably Velile. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe on many occasions we haven't won more than they won, to be honest, you know. But when we have our chance, also we also beat them, you know. But yeah, they're a difficult team, to be honest, and probably you're right. Maybe I'll take that.
Robin Juk, last question. Robin Juk, you'll have the last question.
Coach, yeah, brother. Okay, Coach, after the game, you look so resigned in a way that the league, you know, seems like it's gone from your side. And then you also made mention of guys like Temba Zwane and also Vilagaz and also Sirin that they are not at their best. You know, with them best, and then, you know, have on your side, do you feel now that the league is gone from your side, Coach, with few games to go?
Well, the manner in which we're going, it looks like it's going, yeah, because we're not winning we've played 3 games, we've drawn 2, we've lost 1. Yeah, in that context, it looks so. Yeah, reality maybe is it looks so, but until the last game again, until mathematically is proven that we can't win it, we will accept it. But at this point in time, we've got a lot of ego and a lot of ambition, as we are a very ambitious team, that we try to win the 3 trophies, and we still believe the 2 are still available, even though this one it looks like it's really going out of our hands. Yeah, but that's it. That's the football for us. I think that's the story of Mamelodi Sundowns after COVID, yeah, or inside COVID, you know. So I think that's reality. To be honest, we should try and fight and we keep going. You know, we're too ambitious and we've got a lot of ambition that we can't just leave it and say it is done. Okay, but we will go for it, and if we don't win it, the table will say we don't win it. You know. And we should accept it, you know. So we always come back if we don't win it, but we will give our best. We have too much pride and ego that we don't fight. No, we can't. We will fight. We will fight. Even the last game, even if the league is already gone, even in the last match, we'll play with pride. Like even when we have wrapped up the league, sometimes we still put the final, the strong team to play. We'll do the same. We'll give respect. Why not?
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you.
Now bring in the next coach.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks, sir.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Sharp, All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We now have the home team coach. Coach, if you can just give us maybe a summary of the 90 minutes in your view.
I think we didn't start very good in this game. I think we had 10 minutes to adapt. And I think we have technical players, we have mental strong players, we have players who can deal very good with spaces. And I think from the 10th minute we used that quality we have. There was a lot of movement. There were a lot of possibilities to create more chances. And I think we also showed the last 15 minutes that finally for everybody the mind is stronger than the body. And that's why I think we finalized this game in a victory.
Thank you, Coach. By just a show of hands, I'll take the first question, and it will be Karabo once more. You can go ahead.
Thank you, Fatuani. Good evening, Coach. Fantastic victory here for you tonight against a very strong side. Well, maybe not strong tonight, but for you, I mean, a certain player in midfield, that is Tanzania. I mean, what a player, what a performance that he put in today, as well as Ralani. For you, Ralani, were you particularly happy with Ralani as well as in Tanzania in the middle of the park, Coach?
I cannot really hear the question.
Du and Ralani, their performance today.
Yeah, that's. I think that you can pick out more players because, but I think both did very well. I think surprise Ralani, he can play fantastic in between lines, and he's like a magician in his choices. Nobody can teach him. You can only bring him as a team in the right position, and I think that's a compliment for the team, but also a compliment for him. The way he played and Mdu. He came with us this season, and I must compliment also the scouting and the club that they found this player because he developed in a very short time. He's everywhere on the pitch. He's also very creative. He's a hard worker, very good team player, and again, the team uses these players in the way they play, and that's why they can be excellent because the team make them excellent, I think.
Robin Duke.
Coach, I looked at Sundowns' defense. It looked so shaky all the time. And then you said Ralani was a magician in that department. And also, Coach, you came at a club where things were all over the place. And then I think they were second from bottom at the time when you came. And then you look at the improvement that you have made. Now, how quite are you chuffed with the achievement that you have made? And also yourself, being new in South Africa in coaching terms.
Of course, I'm not to judge in the period I was not here because I know the former coach Benny very well, and I was an assistant coach in Porto. He was a player. We have a very good relation. So for me, it's very difficult to judge in that period. Sometimes you can also be unlucky in games, but we switched. From the moment that I started, I think and now at the end we have some good results. The players are a big unit, and I think they use the qualities of each other very well. And I think that at this moment is with a strong team feeling and using players in the right way at this moment is the biggest strength of our team.
Velile.
Coach, just to maybe touch on something Robin was also asking. Sundowns, yes, we know about your pace, but Sundowns coming to this game, what have you noticed about their game, which you wanted to make sure that your approach gives you the result and the goals that you got today? And also if you can touch on your next game against Stellenbosch. It's a Western Cape derby in Johannesburg, and they've also just picked up their first win since coming back. If you can just touch on your approach coming to the Sundowns game, especially using your pace.
I don't understand completely the question, but I tried to give an answer. Because I think from Sundowns, we have a big respect, of course, for the opponent. I think I saw all the 3 last matches, and I think they have a very good team. They also have a very good coach. He won a lot of titles, so we know it was a big challenge, but we also knew that they gave away which spaces they gave away, and we used it. Of course, they more or less started as the favorite of the game, and that will be different in the next game. That's a derby. And we are in the position now where we are. We are 7th position. We want to, our goal is to be with the first 8. So sometimes that game is it's more difficult than the game of today, because Sundowns always, because it's a big club, then it's also a big challenge. But now we have to find our challenge more in ourselves, to go on what we're doing, to keep the same spirit, to get the same way of playing. And I realized that sometimes the next game after these games is the more difficult game than the game we played today.
Right. Do we have any further questions? Mazola, your hand was up. Are you covered?
Yeah, thanks, Fatu. Coach, just on your striker, Kermit Erasmus, obviously I know it's only just 2 games into the restart, but Kermit looks like he's on top form. Have you worked differently with him during lockdown and in the build-up to the restart? What's different about Kermit Erasmus?
No, but I think that Kermit already scored a lot of goals when I came. I only, but it's the same if you have Kermit. And I saw him in some games that he was in the midfield, and we emphasized a lot on playing the spaces behind the defense of the opponent. And guys like Kermit, it's okay if he sometimes can go in the midfield because he's also a good football player. Sometimes people underestimate what he can do, but his biggest strength for the team is if we are able by possession game and then let players like Fagri Lakai and Kermit play the ball behind the defense. And it's again the same story. We use the qualities of Kermit in the right way, and he adapts also very good, and he makes the right moments to get in position. So it's always the combination about the player, the qualities of the player, and how the team used those qualities. And Kermit did fantastic. He's always dangerous. He scores goals, and just before the break, he had a bad injury. He came back, and now he's really in a very great shape.
Chad, you'll have the last question.
Thank you, Fatu. Coach, I'm sure you couldn't be more pleased with the start to the way you guys have played in your first 2 matches. You also into the top 8 now. Is that one of the targets for you, and is that the expectation of the chairman for you to finish inside the top 8?
Yeah, I think that's this moment. It's a fair goal. We of course we have in the next 5 games we have 2 difficult games, but if we like now I think we are in the 7th position, and we're not. This is not the end of the competition, so we can be happy now. But we have to now to protect this position, and that's different than when we started. Then we started on the 10th position. Even the feeling, get the points, because the distance between the last the teams in at the bottom of the ranking, it's also we also have to be aware that we need points to get away from there. Now we are where we are, and I think that's realistic now to make your final goal and your aim is being with the first 8.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, colleagues, good evening. I'll send the recording hopefully within the next 15 minutes. Thanks. Thanks a lot for Coaches.
The interview is still on. You owe us an answer.
Offline, Chat.
All right, sharp.
Can't be recorded, sharp.
No, but some of us need to know the answer because we're all affected.
Just stop the recording.